No, please, no. Why me? I can't breathe. No,
Behind every
please,
African
no.
mother's warm smile lies
Why
a
me?
world of hidden battles,
I can't
silent
breathe.
tears, sleepless nights, and unspoken struggles. Mother's unspoken pain. Story time. Oh. Aisha woke up before everyone else, as usual. She packed the children's lunch, cleaned the kitchen a bit,
All right,
ironed school
everyone, settle
uniforms, and
down.
planned the day's
Dig in
expenses in
before
her
it gets
head.
cold.
She was tired, deep, bone deep tired, but she pushed through it the way she always did. When the children ran into the kitchen, she greeted them with a warm smile. No one knew she barely slept. No one knew her mind was full of worries. Later at work, she answered emails, attended meetings, and tried to focus, but her mind kept drifting to bills, school fees, and everything waiting for her at home. By the time she got home that evening, everyone wanted something: food, attention, help with homework. Aisha handled it all quietly. But when she stepped into her bathroom and closed the door, she let out a long, shaky breath. She whispered to the mirror, "I wish someone would ask if I'm okay." No one did. Aisha attended a family gathering that weekend. People laughed, danced, and talked loudly, but inside she felt alone. Everyone expected her to be the strong woman, the perfect wife, the successful daughter. At the event, her aunt hugged her and said, "Aisha, make sure you are taking care of Ibrahim. A man must be kept happy." Nobody asked if she was happy. Another relative said, "You're doing well in your career, but don't forget, your home comes first." Aisha smiled politely, but her heart felt heavy. Later that evening, she sat quietly on a plastic chair outside the hall. Her cousin joined her. "You look tired," he said softly. She forced a smile. "I'm fine," but her voice shook. Inside, she wanted to scream, "Why must a woman carry everything? Why must she please everyone? Why must she shrink herself to make others comfortable?" But she said nothing. She swallowed her pain like she always did. Aisha woke up with a sharp headache, but she still prepared breakfast and got everyone ready. She moved slowly, breathing heavily, but she pushed through the morning. At work, her vision blurred. Her hands shook. Her heart felt too heavy, but she continued typing on her laptop. Later, during a meeting, her mind went blank. Everything became dark. She collapsed on the floor. People rushed to her. Someone shouted her name. Someone else called an ambulance. When she opened her eyes at the hospital, Ibrahim was standing beside her, worried and confused. "Aisha, what happened?" he asked. Her voice was weak. "I'm tired, Ibrahim." He looked lost. "But you never said anything." She closed her eyes because no one ever really listens. For the first time, her pain was visible, and it frightened everyone, especially her husband. After the collapse, Aisha returned home to rest. People visited her, but their comments were not comforting. Some said she worked too much. Some said she wasn't managing her home well. Some said she was too emotional. Instead of empathy, she received blame. A co-worker sent her a message. "Don't stay long at home. We need you back as soon as possible." A relative called and said, "I hope this won't affect your duties as a wife." Aisha felt crushed. She tried to rest, but her mind stayed busy, thinking of bills, the children, and the workload waiting for her. At night, Ibrahim sat beside her and said, "You need to relax. Just sleep. Don't worry." She wanted to laugh bitterly. Relax? How, when the world refused to stop demanding from her? She closed her eyes and whispered, "I wish I could disappear for one day. Just one day." Ibrahim didn't know what to say. The next morning, Aisha still felt weak, but she stood up anyway. She didn't know how to rest. Her whole life had been about serving others. 2 neighbors visited her to check on her, but their words hurt more than they helped. "This is why women shouldn't stress themselves too much," one said. "Maybe you should slow down with this your career," another added. Aisha smiled politely, but inside she felt a knife twist. Later, her mother visited. Aisha hoped for comfort, but her mother said, "A woman must be strong. You cannot show weakness." Aisha felt tears rise. "Mama, I am tired," she whispered. Her mother simply replied, "All women are tired," and left. Aisha felt abandoned. That evening, she sat alone until Ibrahim came and sat beside her. "Talk to me," he said gently. She shook her head. "You won't understand." "Try me." Then something inside her finally broke open. "It's everything, Ibrahim. The pressure, the expectations, trying to please everyone, and still feeling like I'm failing." She cried openly. "I'm drowning," she whispered, "and no one sees it." For once, Ibrahim truly listened. He held her hands and said, "I'm sorry. I should have helped you more. You don't have to do everything alone." Aisha felt relief wash through her. For the first time in a long time, she wasn't carrying the weight alone.